Arsenal fans all over the world went ahead to obviously have a very good sleep after annihilating the side called Chelsea by 5-0. And what a way to obviously coming through and really beat your rivals in what we call a London derby. In a game that anticipated that Arsenal was going to win, but Chelsea was going to put in a shift, obviously try to stop them from obviously getting into what we call the easy winning ways. But the first half looked like a little bit of 50-50. Second half, Chelsea were far off by a country mile to coming through and obviously try to really get themselves into a better position of obviously claiming for the best performances ever. Their manager Pochettino has gone ahead and obviously spoken to the media, and I think I'm going to come out and really tell you what he's going to say about this beautiful game of football. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I've always called you upon to see to it that before the end of this week we hit 21,000 subscribers, and I tell you, the dream is not dead, the dream is alive. I tell you what, the dream is alive because we are left with 64 subscribers to hit 20,900, meaning that we can really get those 64 subscribers in by today, right? Today we should really get in those 69 subscribers. And how do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button, and the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing the notification bell, that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. I'm here to obviously address the player ratings, and it's a good morning to everyone watching in through. And this is Rokani David. Hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And we thank for the Muslims, we thank Allah and Barakallahu Fikum for everything that's going to do in your lives, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. So let's start it off with David Raya, the goalkeeper of Arsenal. 28 games, 14 clean sheets this season, and I tell you what, he is left with 1 clean sheet. If he keeps 1 more clean sheet, he will be the Golden Glove winner for the season of 2023-2024. And what a way for a goalkeeper of the caliber of David Raya to coming through from Brentford and obviously getting into the books of Arsenal to win a Golden Glove. If you were to be asked who was the last Arsenal goalkeeper to win a Golden Glove, it's really going to be hard for you to even think about it, because Arsenal has not gone ahead to be having goalkeepers to win a Golden Glove. Let me try to obviously ask Google. Arsenal last goalkeeper, right? Goalkeeper to win a Golden Glove. I want to know who that goalkeeper was and in which year. I want to show you how huge he has always gone ahead to really do the needful. Now we are having an updated list of goalkeepers who went ahead to keep clean sheets, and guess what? The last Arsenal goalkeeper to win the Golden Glove was Petr Cech, right? Petr Cech in 2016 went ahead to obviously win the Golden Glove for Arsenal. Now, how many years since they last went ahead to win one? Those are 6 years, right? Now, if a person has gone ahead to come in through and done something that's gone ahead to fail the club to do in the last 6 seasons, I think he deserves to see to it that he gets what we call huge credit, because in there is Joe Hart. You get Joe Hart won. When you look at this table, it takes us way back until way back to the season of 2004, 2005. And by the way, Arsenal haven't been having goalkeepers who have gone ahead to obviously win Golden Gloves, unless if you had really recite back 2013, 2014, Petr Cech and Wesley Szczesny tied at 16 clean sheets. That is it. Then Petr Cech All Petriche came in through at Arsenal in 2015-2016. He went ahead to win it with 16 clean sheets. Now, we wait to see at how many clean sheets is David Raya going to lift this and take it home. But all I know, he might make 16. Why? Arsenal are left with 4 games to go. They have to play against Tottenham Hotspur, Bournemouth, Man United, and Everton. I see some more 2 clean sheets for this goalkeeper, meaning that by the time he wins it, he would have gone ahead to match that level at which Petr Cech went ahead to obviously win it. So, huge milestone for David Raya, debut season on a loan, and he's going to be made permanent by Arsenal in the summer. That is it. So, I'm giving him a 7.5 out of 10. I tell you what, he was in his own land. You know, he could even be given a mattress to sleep in that goal of Arsenal, because Chelsea had only 1 shot on target, and it was not all that a bad, like a very tricky one that would have gone here to cause problems to the guy. All of the shots that were really threatening were blocked, and Chelsea went ahead to really get, I think, more corners than the side of Arsenal in that game. So I'm giving him a 7.5 out of 10. I go to Mr. Benjamin White. You people, for a right back known to concede any duel, you know, all any skip past, all any dribble past him by Mikhailo Modric, and he spared time to go ahead and put in what we call 2 goals, that is really unreal. And it's always a rare occasion. And that's why I tell you, Benjamin White for me today is going to go into that ilk of really getting a 9 out of 10 for me. He gets a 9 out of 10 because he was really unreal in that game of football, taking his tally to, I think, 4 or 5 Premier League goals this season. That is really huge for the player. I think he's now having 4 goals in the Premier League. Benjamin White is a revelation, I tell you. He's a revelation, I tell you, and he's really doing wonders into this beautiful game of football. We go to the left back, Tomiyasu, returning after having gone ahead to get a knock in the game of Bayern Munich, because Jakub Kiwior came in through and really did the job in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers, but he really went ahead to do something very important into that beautiful game of football, and he put up a very huge shift for his side. And for me, 7 out of 10, closed down that side very well, because Madueke was in the pocket of Tomiyasu, has it applied to Mikhailo Modric, because Mikhailo Modric was pocketed by Benjamin White. So I'm getting Tomiyasu a 7 out of 10. We go to the central defense. William Saliba, obviously, he was really one of those great guys, so obviously put up a show into that beautiful game of football. And I tell you what, for Saliba, 8 out of 10. Another clean sheet kept in there for you. Gabriel Magalhaes, I also get him an 8 out of 10. And for his beautiful, resilient play when Arsenal went ahead to obviously orchestrate the attack that resulted into the 3rd goal. You saw to it that Gabriel Magalhaes was pressed by Madueke, and there is the way they went down on the floor together. Madueke thought it was a foul, and for me, I thought, how can a person who is really having a ball really foul a person who is not having the ball, you know? Because the only way you can do that is like elbowing him back or swinging his hands around. None of those 2 actions were taken by Gabriel Magalhaes, and it looked like Madueke's claim was really out, and Gabriel Magalhaes found himself playing a pass to Martin Odegaard, and Martin Odegaard went ahead to obviously go in for that line-breaking curling pass that found Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz burst into space with those beautiful dribbles and went ahead to obviously bury that ball in the back of the net to make it 3-0 for the club of Arsenal. And that was when I thought that even if Chelsea pull one back, they cannot really get into the mix, because it was done and dusted. And in the nick of time, 2 more goals were added on through Kai Havertz and Benjamin White to take that tally to 5. So for Gabriel Magalhaes, an 8 out of 10 also. I think he ties with Saliba. We go to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey, guys. Partey was a revelation yesterday. You know, I know how good Partey is, and I've gone ahead to see how much Arsenal fans have always gone ahead to advocate for Thomas Partey to come in through to play part into their side. But I tell you what, Arteta, with the qualities really having that midfield, Jorginho and Declan Rice have been ahead of him. And the manager of Arsenal waited for the best time to see to it that he gets Thomas Partey in. And when he felt like he's right, that's when he brought him. And that was all orchestrated in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers, where the manager went ahead to bring on Thomas Partey, and Partey went ahead to really give in his best. And I felt like he really put in a very beautiful shift in that midfield, shielded that back four very well, and what a way to get into the starting 11 of Arsenal. And remember, him and Declan Rice went ahead to start their second game this season. Remember, they last started in the same game at the beginning of the season when they played into what we call the into the Community Shield. But remember, they're not playing the midfield. They were not playing the midfield. So this is the very first game that Thomas Partey and Declan Rice went ahead to start together when they are playing into the midfield. So Thomas Partey, an 8 out of 10 for me. Declan Rice, responsible for the first goal, had an assist, and he really went ahead to have 2 shots at goal again because he was playing as a number 8, meaning that you get a little bit more from Declan Rice going forward when it's being played as a number 8. And I don't think that Arteta is even going to change that midfield when they are playing against the side of Tottenham Hotspur, because I believe Partey will be very crucial, and that work rate level and intensity of Declan Rice will be needed from box to box into that game. So for me, Thomas Partey, 8 out of 10 also into that milk. We go to Declan Rice. As I was talking about him, he's really a very good player. I just love him, but he couldn't obviously get into the starting 11 of Arsenal. That shows you how Arsenal is going to have to improve from the Arsenal last season that was crying for the return of Thomas Partey to the Arsenal this season that they haven't gone ahead to miss him, I tell you, because they've gone ahead to do exactly what is expected to be done in a beautiful game of football. That is Thomas Partey for you and Declan Rice. So Declan Rice, 8.5 out of 10, responsible for the assist and his driving force in the final third, marauding through the central axes of the pitch. He was really magnificent and unbelievable. So 8.5 for me for that guy. Now let's go to the magician. Let's go to the magician, and that is Martin Odegaard. Guys, I think this will best speak for Martin Odegaard. You know, I've gone ahead to really throw lots of hells at him, and I believe that I'm running short of them. 82 touches, 34 final third passes, 14 passes into the opposite box, 8 chances created, 8 duels won, 5 possessions won, 3 successful take-ons, 3 fouls won, 2 tackles, 2 shots, 2 big chances created, 2 assists. He was sensational on the night, and I tell you, he takes away a 9.5 out of 10 from me because he was really unreal on the night. You look at that pass for the third goal of Arsenal that Kai Havertz capitalizes on to obviously beat that high line of Chelsea. Obviously, it shows you how good Odegaard is and how he's getting better. At just 25, 26 years of age, this man still has the world at his feet. And I tell you, players like Martin Odegaard, they age like fine wine. And I anticipate that he's going to put in lots and lots of efforts. And for me, he gets a 9.5 out of 10. And I tell you what, he went ahead to put in or unlock that central defense of Chelsea twice. You know, he was really good. I really loved what Martin Odegaard went ahead to put up for. Then we go to Bukayo Saka. Saka went ahead to register an assist for the goal of Kai Havertz. I think it was the 4th goal of Kai Havertz. It was the 4th goal in that game where he went ahead to cut inside and went ahead to give it to Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz went ahead to bury that ball into the back of the net. Now, when I always talk about Bukayo Saka not being predictable, that is what I mean. That at that juncture, everyone thought that Saka was going to shoot, but he found out an easy pass to Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz was like, thank you very much, and went ahead to bury that ball at the back of the net. That is the beauty of that all. Then he should continue doing that. Like, each and every time he's into that area, where went ahead obviously release that pass to Kai Havertz, most people think that he's gonna shoot, because even the goal of Benjamin White, I think that was the second of the game, Saka was in the same position. He went in for a shot. It was deflected, I think, by Badiashile, though it went in the vicinity of Benjamin White, and White went ahead to bat at the back of the net. So shooting in those angles is not the solution. The solution has always been go on and really find a player either at the edge of the 18 box area or a person into the 18 box area. Saka, let me get an 8 out of 10 for Saka, right? But there is something special you need to know about what Saka went ahead to do yesterday, and this is Sukwaka Live. Bukayo Saka has now been directly involved in 5+ goals against 6 different Premier League sides. Man United, so he has gone ahead to add the Blues to the list. So that is the guy, Saka, and what we went ahead to do yesterday to really achieve that huge moment as a player. We go to Leandro Trossard, another goal in, taking his tally to double figures in the Premier League. 10 goals in the Premier League, 4 in the Champions League, 1 in the Community Shield. He's having 5 goals away, all his 5 goals away from hitting 20 goals this season. If you doubt his capabilities, then that's all about you. That's all down to you. But I tell you, the boy is on fire, and he is like a flame on a burning bush and putting in the efforts. Scoring the most important goal of the season, of the game for Arsenal, like he did against Wolverhampton Wanderers, breaking the dreadlock. And I tell you, in the previous 4 games, he has gone ahead to score 3 goals against Bayern Munich. By the way, he also scored against Brighton. So it shows you that he's really on fire. In the last 5, I think has gone ahead to get in 4. In every game that Arsenal has gone ahead to score a goal, this guy's gone ahead to register a goal. Brighton, he scored 1. Against Wolverhampton Wanderers, he scored 1. Against Bayern Munich, he scored 1. Against Chelsea, he scored 1. In the game of Bayern Munich away and Aston Villa at home, Arsenal never scored any goals. That's why this guy was not on target. But he was close in the game of Aston Villa because Jesus gave him a very beautiful chance to kill off the game. And for me, for Trossard, he gets an 8.5 out of 10. Kai Havertz, man of the moment, 11 goals this season and 5 assists. No one comes close to him as a player. And the only player that has gone ahead to score very many goals than him this season at Arsenal is Bukayo Saka at 14 Premier League goals. So when you look at the moment and how things are really going to go on, we all anticipate that this guy is going to come in through and really take this to the next level. And what level are we talking about? Obviously clinching the top spot of really being the top scorer of Arsenal in the Premier League. I know in the remaining 4 games, Kai Havertz is going to be on fire. I told you that Kai Havertz is just 1 or 2 games away from scoring a hat-trick. Do you remember me saying that? I'm giving him a 9 out of 10 for me. We go to the substitutes. Jesus, 7 out of 10. Martinelli, again, he looked bad. I'm getting him a 6.5 out of 10. He got the same chance he got when Arsenal was playing against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the dying minutes. And guess what? He couldn't come off to really put in a shift. Then Jorginho, 7.5 out of 10. Fabio Vieira hit the woodwork, I think. 7 out of 10. Zinchenko, who came in for Tomiyasu, he takes what we call Zinchenko, 6.5 out of 10. The manager, 8 out of 10 for me. Whatever to manage that beautiful game and kill it off in around 74 minutes to make it 5-0. And my man of the match is Martin Odegaard. Feel free to go into the comment section and tell me who do you think your man of the match was into that tie. Rokani David remains my name. Good morning. Barakallahu fikum to the Muslims. May Allah reward you all what you are really working for and thinking for. And for the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And may the living to God bless you abundantly. We out. Don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit the magic number of 21,000 subscribers before the end of this week. And how many are we left with? 163. But let's first see 63 people subscribe to this channel today, such that we hit 20,900 subscribers. Ciao, ciao.